Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
How's that for a slice of fried gold?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know how this machine worked.
It seems to run on some form of electricity.
And it was wrong. It was a bad call, Ripley. It was a bad call.
Bad call.
Some are good for fighting, others for dying.
It's just two movies.
Welcome back to another edition of the podcast format of Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
My name is Daniel King. It's not that. It's not the. We're going to use the format for Keeping Up with the Kardashians. Is that what it is? What is it? What do they do on that show? I've never seen it. Have you ever caught an episode of it on and been like, what the fuck is this anyway?
It's just their lives, what they do on a daily basis, I guess.
That's it?
They're rich people.
It's like, see what it's like to be rich for a day.
Sure.
Well, surely they're intelligent and well-spoken. But this is not that show. This is it's just two movies. My name is Daniel King. With me, as always, is a good friend of mine, a sweet, tender boy.
Oh. Aw. I mean, I'm not always here, but...
Named Birdman.
I'm here a lot.
Yeah, he's here mostly. We have other guests from time to time, and if you're not familiar with the show, what we do here is we watch two movies. That part's fairly self-explanatory. What is not is the movies in question. The first movie, we do a good movie that at least one of us thinks is a good film. We make the other one watch it, and then we sit down and we talk about it, and then we rate it. And then we try to find a common link between that and a steaming, red-hot pile of shit piece of cinema. And then we sit down and we watch that over some drinks, and then we come back in here, slightly too extremely inebriated.
Why is the shit red? You said a steaming
hot red.
pile.
It's got there's anal fissures.
Oh fuck!
That are causing it to there's blood and other various viscera.
I knew I shouldn't have asked.
Yeah, well, it's that's what's bad about it. It's not good. But if you take your screenplay to the vet and get a checkup from time to time, turn out just fine.
Yeah,
it'll be just fine, or just a movie, or maybe the best movie, or maybe it'll be so bad it's delightful.
Fantastic.
And that's what we like to find. We like to find little hidden gems. Could we go down a list of movies that are so bad they're good? You betcha. But we're just going to dig through all the bad ones. All of them. The whole $5 Walmart bin.
What if that's what we did? We just went to Walmart
and we're like... That's kind of what we're doing.
Yeah.
I'm sure you could find this.
On the internet, though.
Yeah, this is a $5 movie that we're watching. But for the first leg of the show, we want to talk about a good movie. I picked the movie this week. I went with a movie called Captain Fantastic, which is... You had already seen this prior, right?
No.
You had never seen Captain Fantastic?
Nope.
Okay.
This was a first view.
Great. So this is a drama comedy, August of 2016 release. It's got a 7.9 out of 10 on IMDb, 82% Rotten Tomatoes, 72% on Meta. It is written and directed by Matt Ross. Budget was $5 million, box office $22.8 mil, stars Vigo Mortensen. Hold on, let me grab my notebook for this. I wrote down a lot of names because I feel like it's only fair to name all the kids.
Okay.
There's a ton of child actors in this, and they're all great. Vigo Mortensen, George McKay, Annalise Bazo, Samantha Isler, Shree Crooks, Nicholas Hamilton, Charlie Shotwell, Catherine Hahn, Frank Langanella, Aaron Moriarty, and Steve Zahn.
You said all of those names wrong. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Some of them, it wouldn't have surprised me, but no, I don't. I tend to not look up pronunciation guides for people's names because how you pronounce the name, it matters mostly on where they were born because that's how they'll pronounce it is from whatever geographical slang that they have there. So, I mean, ultimately, when it comes to things like, did you know the Appalachian Mountains? It's not pronounced Appalachia. It's Appalachia.
I don't believe you.
It's Appalachia. You can look it up, or you can talk to somebody who's lived there their entire lives, and they're like, that's wrong. It's a big pet peeve for everybody that lives here, because it's Appalachia. And I was like, that seems insane.
So it's Appalachian?
Correct.
Huh.
Isn't that fucking bizarre? Don't know
Yeah.
if it's true or not. Heard it on a podcast. Anyway, moving on.
Wait, what did you say the budget for this was?
Budget for this $5 million.
Really?
Box office 22.8 mil.
I mean, that makes sense as far as budgets go. Cause
This is way off The Hobbit. Viggo Mortensen must have done this as I just want to make this.
I think it was probably
I want to be part of this
special interest.
artistically. Right? I cannot believe that this is not
$5
won an
million.
award for like best adapted screenplay.
$5 million, and it brought in $23 million.
Yeah, that's not bad. It for a movie that I think a lot of people don't know even exists.
I feel like it went under the radar.
Yeah,
because I was like, I kind of assumed that this was a newer film. Which, I mean, I guess it is. It's 2016, but still.
Not knowing anything about it or who's in it, if you were to just pick up this DVD in the movie bin and look at the cover, it looks like a National Lampoon's ripoff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It doesn't
Right.
It doesn't look like it's going to be this powerful, witty drama.
Oh, it's fantastic.
It's great. Oh. You're going hard on that last one. I like it. The facial expressions.
You're welcome.
Who doesn't translate to an audio medium. Anyway, what'd you think about this?
This was a great movie.
Yeah?
Really.
Could you give us just a very brief elevator pitch or a quick synopsis about what this is?
So there's a man.
Okay.
And he's got a whole lot of kids.
And when a man meets a woman.
This man, Vigo Mortensen, has a whole lot of kids. He's got a whole mess of them, right?
He does. Yeah. What is
His
it?
basket is full of kids.
He's got 2 sons.
No, he's got 3 sons, right?
He's got 3 sons?
3 sons and 3 daughters, right?
Oh, that might be the case.
I think that's what it is.
Maybe I thought, was one of the sons very small?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot, but it's okay. He's got a lot of kids.
Doesn't matter. He's got a shitload of kids.
They are all very funny. They're great actors.
Yeah.
So Vigo's got a bunch of kids. They live in the wilderness. Something happens, and they must go on a journey to honor someone.
Yeah.
I'll just say that.
Yeah. They go on a mission. A bunch of hippies live out in the middle of BFE.
Yeah.
And they got a mission.
Yep.
It's a mission of morality, though. It's not they're gonna go kill somebody or something like that.
No,
not at all.
But it's a good comedy drama mix.
Mm-hmm. It's fucking sad, man.
It is
like just ripping at your heartstrings multiple times.
Would you also kind of consider it an adventure though? Like, you know what I mean? Like comedy, drama, adventure, maybe? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
right?
To those kids, it's an adventure.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get back on here. So the movie starts out, got the forest, deep fucking forest in the middle of BFE.
Dude, so many good shots of the forest. I think they're in the Pacific Northwest.
It looks like the Pacific Northwest to me. I didn't actually look it up to see where this was filmed.
Yeah.
But it is like dense, thick forest, and it's beautiful. All the shots of it are really, really great, but you've got this kid, mud on his face or whatever, is like stalking a deer through the woods.
Oh,
and fucking kills it Rambo style. Just jumps on it and fucking stabs it with a knife until it slits its throat.
Yeah, fun fact, the deer was played by Vigo Mortensen.
Are you serious?
No.
Okay. I was like, wow. These fucking costumes have really gone crazy. No, I'm sorry. The deer was played by just a regular deer. There is no animals were harmed during the making of this film. No, there probably is. I'm sure.
Yeah, that scene was fucking brutal.
It really is. It's just like, first thing, this is what's going on. These people live it.
Mm-hmm.
And by live it, I mean, this is, how old is the kid? Do you think he's like 17, 18?
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
After he kills the deer, his father goes to him, or he goes to his father, whatever.
Yeah.
And his father says, along the lines, you're no longer a boy. You're a man now.
You're man, baby.
And he makes him, well, I guess he doesn't. Maybe it's just part of the ritual. The young man eats the deer's heart. Isn't that what that was?
I think that's actually fairly common, like even around here.
Well, yeah, I know, but like the dad just rips the fucking heart out of the deer, and then the son just eats it.
He does expertly just whip it right out of there. He like sticks his arm up in there, just like, pulls it all out. It's fucking, it was pretty cool, pretty intense scene. And this is like a Tuesday morning.
This is their life.
This is what they do every single fucking day.
They live in the wilderness,
Mm-hmm.
and they survive quite well.
Yeah, you get a little shot of their fucking awesome homestead, like with their garden and everything's self-sustaining, and it's just it's a beautiful, beautiful little oasis.
Mm-hmm.
Then you get to see like the kids' school day, like you don't see the mom, but the dad.
Right.
They have school. They start out with defensive training. They get sticks, just like little like take a twig and break it off, and now pretend it's a knife, and you two fight each other.
Yeah,
and we're gonna teach you how to defend yourself. You know what I mean? Like, well, how do I attack her like that without hurting her? Oh, you don't. You try to kill her.
Yeah.
You just pretend it is actually a real knife and really try to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll defend herself, because that's how you're gonna have to learn.
Right.
He takes these fucking kids everywhere, like rock climbing, climbing trees, like fucking super dangerous shit.
He teaches them so much, though.
Oh my
god! Like, he is their teacher.
They have defense training, then they have schooling, where they actually sit around and like, okay, you're reading your book. How far are you on your book? Okay, you have a test this day.
Yeah. So this was at a fire near, or I assume where they live. One of the boys, I kind of just was pausing, you know. One of the boys was reading The Brothers Karamazov.
I saw and noticed that.
One of the girls was reading Middlemarch.
There were some of them I couldn't make out, and I didn't bother to pause the movie for it. But I thought you might have pulled some of them up, so I don't worry about it.
It was interesting that one was reading The Brothers Karamazov, because he was like a pretty young kid.
Yeah, that was the one I saw too. I was, because it's real like bold white letters or whatever it is. I was like, oh shit, that's that book Bird's reading.
I'm trying. That is a dense book, my friend.
My motherfucker, huh?
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, and we have this scene with them around the campfire. It's great. They start playing music.
Mm-hmm.
The dad, he brings out a guitar.
His guitar.
Vigo Mortensen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he brings out his guitar, and they do a little family sing along.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they do, and they just kind of freeform jamming out there. They all get their instruments and they're jamming. So they have obviously physical fitness is one of their first classes.
Oh yeah.
After that they have school, which is also very rigorous. And then they have like freeform music, like pick a thing and just do it.
That's what I mean. He teaches them.
Just figure it out. He feels them everything.
Yeah.
Everything. And I'm sure he teaches them actual music too, but I just thought it was super fucking cool.
Mm-hmm. So at first I thought the mom was just deceased, right? I was like, she's not around. This is their lives.
Right.
They've had to move on, whatever. But then we find out that the mom is in town, whatever town it is.
No, she's in Arizona. Because the clinic that she went to was near her dad.
Oh, okay.
That was the bargain. That they talk about it in there. He's like, listen, you said that if you'd pay for the clinic if she went somewhere near you. We sent her halfway across the country. That's on you. That's what you said. That you need to honor your word. Yeah.
So the boy and the dad and the boy just go to town, right, to like make a phone call and check up on her. They sell some goods,
little birdhouses and shit. They just make out of scrap. They're beautiful too.
Yeah. But we learn that the mother she kills herself.
Yeah. Yeah, and sure did. She had long-term clinical depression.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty fucking sad.
Yeah, it's heavy.
I think it's his sister that tells him, right? Because I think he calls his sister, and his sister breaks the news, and he's like, "How did it happen?" You know, and she tells him that she slit her wrists.
Yeah,
fucking heavy, man.
Yeah, super sad, super heavy. On my first watch years ago, I really retained a lot of this movie because I watched it with big open eyes. I was really, really into it. I remembered that she was dead, and I remembered that she had killed herself.
Okay.
But I didn't remember specifically that it was in Arizona next to where her dad lives.
Yeah.
Which is a contributing factor.
Right.
Yeah.
So they learn this, and the father, he's a very, what would you call him? No nonsense type of person.
He's a hard right-leaning, devout Christian man. I believe he's a priest
What?
Is he's not a priest?
No, they don't believe in religion at all. I mean, they
I thought you were talking about the wife.
Oh, no.
Her dad.
No.
Okay.
I'm talking about Vigo.
Oh, okay, Vigo.
Yeah.
You know, he doesn't ever put himself on a pedestal and say it, but you can tell the man really admires the hell out of Noam Chomsky.
He likes Noam Chomsky.
Yeah, that's faux show.
But I'm just saying, like, he's a very...
eccentric?
Yeah. But like I said, like, no nonsense. He just tells it as it is, right?
Yeah.
And he sits his children down, or they're already in the house, whatever. He goes in, and he just straight up tells them that their mom's dead and how she died.
Yeah.
No bullshitting.
No
Just
euphemisms.
Puts it out there.
Listen, last night, your mother ended her own life. She cut her wrists open.
And these are young, like, a lot of them are young
From
kids.
Is the youngest 8? I think the youngest is 8.
I think because there was a couple of them that are probably like 5 or 6.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
I would assume.
Yeah,
like their ages.
That's what. Yeah, assuming that's what ages there are. There's some pretty little kids though.
Yeah.
And the physical routine that he puts these kids through is fucking nuts.
Mm-hmm.
And he even says at one point, he's like, "My children are built like elite athletes." And somebody's like, "Oh, they got bruises all over them." Yeah, we all do. Me too.
Yeah.
It's like they have the strength and the physique of professional athletes.
Mm-hmm.
They're great. You need to put them in a public school. You're not raising them right.
Yeah, so the dad talks to the wife's parents. The father-in-law threatens Vigo. Tells him, because they're going to have the funeral in Arizona, right?
Yeah.
He tells him if you come... So the father-in-law threatens Vigo, tells him that if he comes anywhere near the funeral, he's going to have him arrested.
Oh, yeah. He's like, fuck you, your weird hippie shit. You made my daughter kill herself while Vigo's on the other side of the country. Yeah.
Yeah. Which, I mean, can you have someone arrested for just attending a funeral?
I don't think so.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
He makes these threats and it's like, okay.
Yeah. And Vigo, he does absolutely nothing wrong the entire time except...
Well, we'll get to that.
They have a mission. Yeah, we'll get there anyway. Anyway, meanwhile, while he's talking to them on the phone, his oldest son has a P.O. box, and he goes and opens it,
yeah.
and he's like getting the mail, and he got acceptance letters from like MIT, Princeton, Brown,
Yale,
Harvard, Yale, like all of them.
The most prestigious colleges in the nation.
He got into all of them.
Yeah.
Which is fucking cool. So you man is smart.
Yeah.
All the kids are fucking smart.
Yeah, this is the oldest boy, and he's, like you said, like 17, 18, something like that. Maybe a little bit older.
Yeah.
But right after, the kids learn their mother's dead, it's fucking right back to it for Vigo. He takes him, you mentioned this earlier, but he takes him mountain climbing. And I'm not talking about just rock climbing.
No.
I'm talking about mountain climbing.
Yeah, mountain rock climbing, like on a sheer wall. It's not sheer, but it's the ridge they're climbing is climbable. But he's got kids as small as like 8.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Doing this stuff.
And they're harnessed.
Yeah.
But still.
When the kid falls, and he's like, now remember, stop. And, whatever the acronym is, like, look around, assess the situation, take your time, figure out your next move, and do it one step at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And he's, like, looking around, and the 8-year-old's like, if you fall from this height, you're going to, you'll break your back and shatter your internal organs, and you'll certainly die if you don't suffer a fatal hemorrhage to the head or a...
Yeah.
She's just going off
just
and
tells
off and
him
off.
how it is.
And the dad's like, thank you.
Yeah, because it's the
Natalie or whatever. They all have
strange names.
They have strange individual names. I just didn't bother to write them down.
Yeah, so I believe that was like the 13-year-old that he fell a little ways.
Yeah.
Got caught by the harness and fucked up his hand.
He's real angsty. He's the
he's the
angsty one.
Yeah,
of all of them
for sure.
You got the sweet little girl. You got the like girls that are like the same age.
The redheads.
The 2 redheads. They're the same age. You have the older brother, and then you have the angsty brother.
And then there's a couple younger. There's a couple younger ones.
I think there might be 1 or 2 more. Anyway, but those are the main ones that we're going to discuss for the purpose of the story.
Yeah.
Not that they don't all have parts, but those are the ones that have pivotal information.
Yeah. So throughout these few scenes, the kids are trying to persuade their father into going to Arizona for this funeral.
Mm-hmm.
And they eventually do. He finally breaks and he says, fuck it. We're going.
You know, if you like back up to the previous scene when he tells them and they're all like crying and stuff, and that kid gets mad and he takes out his knife and he's stabbing at the wall and shit. Man, that is some powerful.
Yeah.
That is some very, very powerful stuff. And the next day, the kids are like trying to amp Vigo up for it. They're like, listen, give us a mission. Mission, Operation Rescue Mom.
Rescue Mom.
Because they all know it. Even the kids know it. They're like, well, Mom was a Buddhist, not in an organized religion, but as like just like a theoretical, the theory of Buddhism. She liked that.
Yeah.
So she wanted to be cremated.
Mm-hmm.
And she wanted her ashes taken to the nearest, most densely populated point, and then she wanted to be flushed down a toilet.
It literally said that in her will and testament.
Yeah, it said that in her last will and testament.
Yeah.
And
which is fucking hilarious.
I'm copping that, dude.
Yeah? Is that what you want?
Not a densely populated area, though.
Yeah, fuck that.
It was like flush me at a state park or something in those
there you go.
troughs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are your state parks gross? Write us at itsjusttwomovies@gmail.com.
I'm sure they are.
At Twitter, at itsjusttwomovies, or on the gram, at itsjusttwomovies. We have like 3 followers on Twitter, I think.
3? Well, Twitter's...
I don't get on Twitter, though. I don't tweet upon the Twitter.
Twitter is... I feel like it's pretty difficult to gain a following on.
Yeah?
I don't know. Maybe I don't know enough about...
I don't know. If you are interested in like seeing any content that we post, most of everything we do is on Instagram. If you want it in a different format or think it would be cool or be a neat idea, contact us at itsjusttwomovies@gmail.com. Yeah, so they're having funeral issues because the girl, her dad, I think, was a preacher, the wife.
Mm-hmm.
I think her dad was a preacher. He's very preacher, Republican, real hard, right-leaning, blue collar.
Yeah.
Not blue collar. What's the other one?
I mean, I guess he could be. Well, no, probably not blue collar because he's not.
Oh, I guess it's white collar because he's a preacher anyway.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter. He's well-to-do. He
is well-to-do. His house
has a lot of money. Yeah, he's. So one of the kids say that it is a gross display of wealth.
Yeah. So they decide, basically
they want to bury her.
Yeah,
they want to give her like a Catholic funeral, and that's not what she wanted. So this is Operation Rescue Mom.
Yep.
They're gonna go there. They're gonna get her body. They're gonna get her cremated. They're gonna take her to a densely populated area and unceremoniously flush her down the toilet.
So this is where the adventure comes in, and there's several very funny scenes. There's a scene where Vigo is explaining. They're on the bus, I think, which the name of the bus is just Steve.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure why.
And they just named the bus Steve. You gotta name it something.
But he's
why
explaining,
Steve?
One of the youngest kids is like, Dad, what's sex? Or no, it's what's rape, right?
Yeah, she says, what's rape?
Because one of the older girls is reading a book
mm-hmm.
where rape is mentioned.
Well, this is not dissimilar from how I try to talk to my kids about this kind of shit. My kid.
Yeah, you just tell them.
Yeah, you just tell them what's rape. It's when usually a man forces someone else, usually a woman, to have intercourse that they don't want to have.
And that's exactly what he says.
Yeah, she's like, well, what's intercourse? And he's like, well, it's when a man and a woman get together and the man puts his penis inside the woman's vagina. And she asks more questions about that, and he just says just as flatly and as frankly as he can.
Yeah.
And she gets it, and she's like, why would they want to do that? And then later it's a joke. He gets her a gift, and she opens it, and it's The Joy of Sex. And she's 8. It's the book, The Joy of Sex. She flips through it, and she's like, ugh, and just puts it down.
He ends up getting her a knife or whatever.
Yeah, like the Jackhawk 9000.
I'm not going to lie. I can't remember if that kid was a boy or a girl. I think it was a boy, honestly. He had a little, longer hair, and he had it, kind of up.
Oh, could have been. They all had long hair, though.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so... Hard to say, except for the angsty boy. He had short hair.
Yeah, he did.
So angsty.
So the family is pulled over on this.
Oh my god, this is maybe my favorite part of the whole movie.
You want to give us a rundown on? when they get pulled over?
They get pulled over by a cop. Vigo turns over to him and he's like, all right, everybody, listen. This is your first real test ever. You've been training for this your whole lives. Remember your training. Then he opens the door to the bus. He's like, good morning, officer. The guy's like, license and registration? Absolutely. He's like, man, nice bus you got here. He's like, well, thank you very much. And he gets on the bus and he starts like walking around and looking at the kids because they're all kind of like awkward and shifty.
Just watching him.
And he goes to start looking at the books that they have up there on the they have like a bookshelf on their bus.
Yeah.
So he starts looking at the books and they're like, the oldest son rolls up and he's like, oh, excuse me, sir, we're traveling ministry. Father, may I ask? And he's like, yeah. And they just start singing like, they start singing real kind of creepy style, like religious music. And you can tell the cop is like, whoa,
wait a minute.
Right. He just assesses the situation. He's like, this is not worth a taillight ticket. Get that fixed.
Yeah.
I'm
out of here.
Yeah.
Because the kids like corner him.
You guys have a nice day, okay?
Yeah.
And it's just, as he's walking off to his truck, the little girl's like, what'd she say? Power to the people. No,
yeah.
the oldest brother, he said power to the people. And the little girl goes, fuck the man. It's great, dude. This movie is so much fun.
Yeah, so many funny, but like,
and it's also big sad.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. So many funny parts, but at the same time, that drama comes in and just kicks you hard.
I always wonder if maybe comedy's not funny without tragedy. Maybe we wouldn't get it without the other. Because we all get it down to a base level, the difference between something that's sad and something that's humorous.
Yeah. Most of us do.
I wonder if humor wouldn't weigh as much, essentially, if there weren't the former.
It's a good observation. I think there's something to that. For sure.
Well, good because this plays on it so well. Like the heavy points are fucking heavy, and the levity that's in it, I think it makes it more powerful because how much it contrasts the really heavy, dramatic, sad topics.
Yeah, I would agree.
Yeah,
it's such a good mix in this film.
Really is.
So after they get pulled over, they try to find an animal because that's what they do, right? They hunt.
Yeah. They
hunt for their food.
Oh yeah.
They don't go to a store.
Nope. They kill it or they grow it. And they're on a bus, so they're not growing it.
It's just funny because they're driving down the interstate and the dad's like, let's look for something to eat. As they're driving down, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like,
who's hungry?
See if you guys can spot a deer or something.
Right. They do. They go stalking on the edge of a farm.
Yeah, but they don't. One of the girls, I think they see sheep or something like that. She can't kill it.
No, she draws down on it and it's just standing there. Broadside. Like she could just walk up to it and stab it. And she's pissed. She's like, why fucking, like, I want to take its life. It doesn't even care that I'm going to kill it.
Right.
But she cares more than it does.
Mm-hmm.
And that's also powerful. Brief scene, but equally powerful.
Yeah.
So they get back on the bus and they, nobody else is going to do it. I guess it was her job. She drew short straw or whatever. If she's not going to do it, then we're not going to eat it.
And what's he say? He's like, well, somebody should have killed the fucking sheep.
Yeah, somebody else was hungry earlier. He's like, well, Susan should have killed the fucking sheep. Because he abides by the rules also. They're house rules. He's there to make sure that they're followed, not that they're just.
Yeah.
Well, they're as just as they can be, but that's why even if you're the one holding over it, you also have to endure the slings and arrows of whatever system you have set up.
Mm-hmm. So they don't get any food, but they do end up going to a supermarket.
Yeah, and they
which is a funny scene.
They heist it, and it's hilarious, and I'm rooting for them while they do it, but I wish they wouldn't have. Morally speaking,
it's wrong.
Morally, it is wrong.
But honestly, on my first, because this was the first time watching this.
Yeah.
They go to the supermarket. They're all browsing. The dad, Vigo, he fakes a heart attack but I thought he was actually having a heart attack.
It was acted really well.
Yeah.
He did the whole thing really well.
Yeah. And I was like, oh, fuck. Is he really having a... Holy shit.
I don't even know if there's anybody else in the aisle.
Yeah, I think there's like one other lady further down the aisle.
Mm.
One of the kids comes in and his pills. We got to get him his pills.
Yeah, because he like takes them out and then like throws them
because he's shaking.
Yeah, my pills.
And one the angsty 13-year-old goes to the counter and he's like, old man's having a heart attack. Call 911.
Yeah, he does. Oh man, it's fucking great. Call 911. So anyway, the kids are robbing the store while this heart attack is going on,
which is so wrong.
It's so wrong, but also it's great.
It is funny.
And then they're chasing him out of the store, and they're like, "Sir," and he's like, "I'm just needing my pills. Thanks. Have a nice day. I gotta go now." And I think they know that they stole shit.
I don't know.
He's like, "Sir."
I think he was just trying to see if he needed medical attention.
Oh yeah,
that's all it was. I think because
I think you're right.
He's like, "Are you sure you don't need us to call?" Whatever. Yeah. But they scoot off with their stolen goods.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they sure do, and they have they steal two things in particular.
Yeah,
a chocolate cake.
Oh yeah,
and a can of Ready Whip. And they're like, whipped cream. They all fucking lose their minds. So I guess they've had whipped cream before.
Like it's a special treat though, right?
It's like, well, we don't get this because it's not. We didn't grow it or make it or create it.
Yeah.
Within our environment, but you guys want to have something, you can have this because there's really, I don't know if there's anything really that artificial about whipped cream. What is whipped cream? I know meringue is just fucking egg whites and sugar.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
Cold egg whites and sugar, baby.
Whipped cream. What is whipped cream?
Cream.
So this is where they celebrate, even though it's not Noam Chomsky's birthday. They celebrate
Noam Chomsky Day.
Yeah.
And what did they say it was? It's like November.
I think it's like November or December. His birthday.
They celebrate it instead of Christmas.
Yeah.
And old angsty boy, and everybody gets knives.
That's what everybody gets. That's the present.
That's what everybody gets for Noam Chomsky Day. Is you get a new knife. You get a new knife. Just fucking Oprah Winfrey. Everybody gets a new knife.
You get a knife. Dude,
and all the kids are so fucking psyched about it.
Actually, the oldest boy, doesn't he get like a badass bow or something?
Yeah.
I think he's the one that gets a different gift. And this is where we were talking about earlier, the book. The sex book.
Yeah.
He gets the younger one a sex book first.
She's like mad at it.
She's like,
throws it on the ground. She's like, fuck,
it's disgusting.
That sucks. And then he's like, come here. Just kidding. Got you.
I got you a knife.
You also got you a knife. She's like, what? Insane. I love you. And then she's like checking to make sure it's level. She's like staring down at it. You catch that?
Yeah.
She's like holding it at her waist and tilting her head over and looking down on it. Yeah. So they're enjoying Noam Chomsky Day. And angsty kid is like, fucking fuck you. Noam Chomsky can suck it.
Why can't we just celebrate?
Why can't we celebrate Christmas like everybody else?
Yeah, like a real holiday.
It's like, okay, so you are saying, to clarify, that you would rather celebrate a fictitious elf who gives presents to little boys and little girls instead of a living, breathing human being that has done so much for human rights.
Yeah.
And he's like, he doesn't really say anything. And Vigo's like, no, take your time. Take your time.
Explain your side.
Explain yourself. We're all going to listen to it objectively.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have a valid argument, I'm sure we'll all be willing to change our minds, won't we? And everybody's like, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Which is how it should be.
Right. Right. Regular discourse for people instead of being violent.
Yeah.
But he is just being a little angsty asshole.
He is. Yeah.
Yeah, and he gets mad.
He gets mad and storms off.
Because he doesn't have an argument.
No.
He would rather celebrate Noam Chomsky.
So we're back on the road, and they end up going to Vigo's sister's house.
Is it Vigo's? I thought it was the wife's sister. It's Vigo's sister, though?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, that's Vigo's sister, which is played by... This is kind of funny. His sister is Catherine Hahn, and her husband is Steve Zahn.
Yeah.
How old Han and Zahn. You just got Han and Zahn, baby.
You thought we were going to Han, but we Zahned.
Which, those two are really great in this film.
Hysterical too. On their own, great.
Yeah, there's such great supporting characters in this.
Yep.
And they have 2 little shithead sons, man.
Yeah.
Those 2 younger boys that they have.
Yep.
Oh, man. Fucking shitheads.
You
don't remember them?
No, I remember them well. I was thinking about how much I dislike disrespectful children. I dislike it a lot. It's easy.
That's what they are.
It's easy to respect people. It's not difficult to do.
But we have a very, very awkward dinner scene here. Really, the whole stay is awkward.
Yeah. So, yeah, they get to the sister's house, and they're going to go from there to wherever the place is to the funeral, essentially. Yep. They're just stopping.
Yep, they're just making a little stop, yeah.
Just making a little pit stop. Sis is making din-din. She's having a nice little spread of rotisserie chickens she purchased from Walmart, already cooked on the thing. And then they're going to stay the night, and then they're going to leave like the next day.
Yeah.
So it is super awkward whole time.
Yeah, because these are 2 families that could not be more different.
No.
I mean,
there's a lot of in the Han and Zahn home.
Han and Zahn?
There's a lot of coddling.
Yeah.
A whole lot of coddling.
Whole lots.
Like, hey, Mom, can I go play Xbox? No, sweetie, you need to finish your homework. Ugh, fuck you, stupid cunt. Not like
he doesn't say that.
No, he doesn't say that.
But he might as well.
It's on the radar, though. You know what I mean?
It'll be in a couple of years.
Yeah.
In that family.
Give him 2 years, I'll call her a stupid cunt.
It's funny because just one more thing I want to mention about the dinner scene. Steve Zahn offers Vigo some wine.
Yeah.
And Vigo takes it.
Oh, yeah.
And one of his boys or whatever.
Yeah, one of the kids is like, Dad,
can I have some?
Can I have some wine? He's like,
yeah. Sure.
So why not? He goes to pour it, and Steve Zahn's like, whoa,
man.
What? And he's like, well, yeah, every other country on the planet, they're like, the kids want a little bit. Yeah, it helps with digestion,
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
That was fucking crazy.
And it turns into a big thing there. Anyway, at the dinner table, one of Catherine Hahn's kids is like, how did Aunt Sarah die? Or whatever, Viggo Mortensen's wife. Was it Sarah? We'll say for the sake of argument, it's Sarah.
Sure.
How did Aunt Sarah die? And she goes, Steve sounds like, well, she was very sick. And, sometimes sick people don't get better. And
Some of them die.
Some of them die, and Aunt Sarah, she was so sick, and she died. And Viggo Mortensen's like, he tells her exactly what she had. Like long-term clinical depression, she had this wrong in her brain with her brain chemistry where she couldn't receive enough, she could not physically send and receive serotonin properly to feel good.
Yeah.
So she would do it intermittently. She would be on cloud 9, and then she would be almost comatose. And she just eventually killed herself.
He straight up tells him that.
Yeah, she killed herself by slitting her wrists. And Catherine Hahn's like, what gets up and fucking walks away from the table. And the bit where Steve Zahn's like, oh yeah, I loved your Aunt Sarah. Viggo Mortensen's like, no, it's okay. It's totally fine. We know you had problems with your relationship. And he's like, what are you talking about? And he's like, well, I mean, we all heard you call her a fucking bitch. With all his kids around the table. And he's like, kids, do you remember that? And they're all like, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, we heard that. Why do you call mom a fucking bitch? It was probably the topic of conversation as soon as they fucking hit the road.
Oh, man.
It is great how brilliantly honest they are with each other.
So good.
It is a thing of absolute beauty.
Which I think you can...
And it's weird putting it up to regular standards, how bizarre and off-putting it can be to some people.
Yeah. But I think there's maybe a happy medium that you can find there.
Yeah.
I don't know. For most people, maybe.
Yeah.
I like to think that I would be a little bit more... If I did have children, I would be a little bit more honest and straightforward with them. Kind of like how Vigo is with his children.
Yeah.
But everyone's different.
You just try.
Just try.
That's all you gotta do. You
Just don't be an asshole.
Just gotta try. Just gotta try and show up. That's it. It's amazing how easy it is. Tell a couple jokes. They're pretty easy. Where does George Washington keep his armies? In his sleeveys. Moving on.
Moving along.
Oh yeah. So Catherine Hahn's like, the next day. So they have a little blow up.
Mhm.
Catherine Hahn, Steve Zahn, they both leave the room. And then Viggo Mortensen goes and gets the bottle of wine, and he gives all of his kids
All of
wine.
his children wine.
And then he turns to Catherine Hahn and Steve Zahn's kids, and he's like, "Shh, don't tell." And they're all drinking it, like all of them, even the little ones.
Nice.
It's okay. It's a bit nutty. Was this a $10 bottle? About right.
And they end up sleeping outside that night.
Do you like? I don't mean to digress. Do you like wine at all?
No, I don't.
I'm not a wine guy myself.
No.
I think I had a Concord once that I enjoyed, and I once had a rosé where I was like, I could drink 2 glasses of this.
And that's it.
Instead
you'd be good for a
instead
while.
of half of a glass of any other wine I've ever had.
Yeah, wine just doesn't do it for me, man.
No, I don't care for it. It's a mouthfeel thing for me.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
I don't either.
I don't know.
Same.
I had a rosé that was like kind of right in between sweet and tart.
Yeah.
It's like right in the middle.
The handful.
It was okay.
The handful of wines that I have had, maybe like 2, kind of like you said, maybe like 2 I've had.
Yeah.
I've been like, I could drink a glass of that, I guess.
I had a port once I didn't mind, but I was like, hey, I mean, you have 8 ounces of that and you're just done with it.
Yeah. So, as I said, the whole family, Cash, that's what they are. The Cash family, that's their last name.
Oh yeah, it is Cash.
They end up sleeping outside,
Yeah.
which really confuses Vigo's
and they're
sister
like,
and brother-in-law.
we cleared out the whole basement for you guys to have a sleepover, and he's like, oh, we're fine.
We're fine out here.
What are you guys doing? We're sleeping under the stars.
Yeah.
Like, what? Why are you sleeping in your box? It's beautiful outside tonight.
Right.
Oh man, so good. So next day, getting a little brekkie. Don't dust on brekkie.
Don't dust them.
Don't dust on brekkie, baby. They're having a little breakfast, maybe second breakfast, who knows? And Catherine Hahn, Steve Zahn, and Vigo.
Oh yes, I love this
And
scene.
Vigo hangs Meatinson. You like that?
I like that. That's good. That's nice. That's prime.
All right. Yeah, so they're standing there, and Catherine Hahn's like, "You're not raising those kids right. They need to go to public school. They need to know what the world's about. You can't just." And he's like, "My kids know how to fucking set a broken bone, to survive in the wilderness with nothing but a knife, how to navigate by the stars in total darkness. And you think that that's not important?" She's like, "They need to know the ways of the world." And he's like, "Oh, okay, gotcha." So he goes, he yells at her kids. And he's like, "You guys come down here." And one of them's, 13, and the other one's 17 or something?
Something like that.
Yeah, and he's like, "Can you tell me what the Bill of Rights is?" And he's like, "I don't know. It's like what stuff costs." He's
That's
like,
the younger one,
He's like,
yeah.
"That's a good guess, because that's what it is. It's a guess." And he turns to the other one, and what's the other one say it is?
He's like, it's about the government and
Yeah, he's also wrong. Is the point of it? He
He's
tries to muster. He knows it has something to do with
government.
Yeah. And then he calls down the youngest girl, and he's like, "Would you come down here, sweetie?" And she comes down. And he's like, "The Bill of Rights," and she just starts reciting it. And he's like, "I don't mean recite it. Tell me what it means. What it means to you in your own
words." Yeah.
And she gives like this brilliant 3-minute synopsis on the Bill of Rights.
Yeah.
It's just great.
And Catherine, or is it Catherine Hahn?
Yeah, Catherine Hahn.
She's like, "Okay, we get it.
You made your point.
You made your point.
Yeah.
You win."
Yeah.
And he did. He won that.
Yeah. He's like, "Don't tell me my kids are fucking stupid."
Yeah.
And Viggo Mortensen doesn't know this yet, but his oldest boy got accepted to all those schools. All of them. All the big ones.
Yep.
Which is fucking insane.
It's crazy. So, yeah, like you said, it's the following day, and then I believe we get to the funeral, right?
Well, while they're on the way,
Mm-hmm.
they've got Starlight from The Boys, and she's a bad
Oh
girl.
shit! Family stops at a RV park, and the older boy, his name is Bo, or I mean Bo for short, I think is what they call him.
Yeah, it's probably Bovine
Lefleur.
Bovine Lefleur.
I think that's his full Christian name, right?
Bovine Lefleur.
No, it's Lefleur.
Lefleur.
It's French.
Okay. It's even better.
And he's Bovine Lefleur. He's out there doing yoga.
He's doing some
or whatever it
some
is.
gangster yoga. Yeah, he says what it is. She's like, is that like yoga or something? And she's just a creep. Just he's out there exercising.
How did
She's
he
just
not see her?
She's just on the swing, just staring at him.
Yeah,
wearing fishnets,
smoking a cigarette because she's a bad girl.
She's a bad girl. She's bad news, and let me tell you,
she might even be a bad bitch.
Oh, fuck. Yes. Slay queen. You know, she's into old boy.
Yeah.
And buddy, he goes hard.
Dude, he goes the hardest.
He goes too hard. They kiss, and then
he's in love.
He's in love, and he asks her to marry him.
In front of her mother.
In front of her mother. And they think it's a joke.
Yeah.
Because why wouldn't you?
Exactly.
But it's...
That scene is fucking so awkward.
Yeah.
But so funny.
Well, it does do a great job of conveying like how fucking socially awkward
for sure
one of those kids grown up is, because they've been living that lifestyle since before he's been born.
And I think that's where Catherine Hahn's character is half right. These children do need
social
they need social exposure.
Yeah.
Or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
They're just all socially awkward. And it really shines here.
So they stay at that RV park, and then first thing in the morning, Vigo is just having some coffee.
Shit.
Dick out.
Dick out and all.
Dick out, just standing in the doorway of the bus. And there's some old people just taking a walk to get the blood pumping, I guess. And there he is.
What's he say? He's
just
like
hanging dong.
Yeah.
And he's like, morning. And they're like, oh. And he's like, it's just a penis. Everybody's got one.
Every man's got one.
Every man's got one. We're all just animals.
And one of the younger kids is like, close at breakfast, Dad.
Yeah.
Or whatever he says.
Yeah. Oh, man. Because, it's a callback.
Yeah, it's a call. Yeah.
Earlier in the movie, yeah.
Yeah, so then we get to the funeral for their mother.
Oh, man. They pull up to the church, throw it in park, and the thunder rolls.
Lightning strikes.
Another little golden cow. And don't go home, control, ow. Deep in the fart.
All right, that's enough of that.
The dinner roll. We'll write a spoof about just like
dinner rolls?
Like a Thanksgiving dinner, and somebody knocks all the rolls off the table. That's what the song's about.
Ooh,
can't be fucking doing that shit.
How dare you? The entrance they make into the church is fucking awesome.
It's because it's present 2016, but Viggo Mortensen has been living like this for like 30 years. So all his clothes are from the 70s. Like all the clothes are either handmade or from the 70s. And when I say handmade, I don't mean with fabric and a sewing machine.
No, I mean from animal fur.
Yeah, they're made from animals. It's very badass. And they just roll in like the fucking Brady Bunch, dude. It's awesome.
His suit is like a bright red.
Oh, yeah.
One of the kids is wearing a gas mask to a church.
Yeah. It's the kid that always wears the bobcat skull. He just wears a bobcat skull with fur on it.
Oh, man.
My God, it's
what
so
a badass.
Visually, it's a very striking movie, and it's just fun to look at. The way it's all shot and put together is really, really nice.
Oh, yeah.
So they roll in, and there's a man giving the eulogy to to Vigo's dead wife, who starts out the eulogy by saying, "I never met Sarah."
What a way to start.
"And I'm poor for it. Let me tell you all kinds of things that I understand people have told me about Sarah."
Right.
"And I'll be eulogizing her." And she says something about her loving husband. Viggo Mortensen says, he's like, "That's my cue." And he like just kind of pushes the guy off stage.
That's enough.
And he gets up and kind of cracks some jokes and stuff. And nobody laughs because
it's a funeral.
Because it's a funeral. And they're like, well, this is highly irregular. This is highly irregular. Most unusual. Rabble.
And Vigo tells them, he straight up reads the will and testament.
Yeah, he's like, right here I have Sarah's last living will and testament. And then he just reads it off and it says, as we've already stated,
Yep.
Cremate me, take me to a highly densely populated area, and unceremoniously flush me down the toilet. So they're like, they kick him out.
Yeah, her father has Vigo kicked out.
Yeah, he's a dick.
Yeah, he is a dick.
Frank Langanella.
Fucking dick.
I thought it was Manganella, but I've written Langanella here.
Is that what you have, Daniel?
I have Langanella with an L. Is it M?
No, that's what it is.
Okay. Frank Langanella.
Langella.
Langella.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's why I wrote it down wrong. Anywho, Frank Langanella.
Langella.
Frank Langella.
Have another cocktail, Danny.
If I had another one night in Tulum.
One night in Tulum.
Ooh. Anyway, while I was watching this, I was like, man, it's that guy from Frank and Robot. And I was like, oh shit, I loved Frank and Robot. So we're going to do that on the show. I added that to my list.
I guess I haven't watched that.
Oh my God, it's so fun. It's really good. It's about an old man who has Alzheimer's and his children buy him like a nanny bot.
Mm-hmm.
And him and the nanny bot actually become friends. I know it doesn't sound interesting, but they're up to something. Ooh.
Sexual?
Yeah, there's not sexual. It's kind of a bummer.
Damn it.
I was hoping for it. I love a good robo porn.
Oh, so right after they get kicked out, there's a very intense scene where the kids are basically begging their dad to leave the funeral.
Yeah.
Because
they're like, don't go.
Because they could lose him.
We can't lose you too.
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty fucking sad, man. Pretty fucking sad.
It's just heavy, man. It's making the kids very upset, and they're very good actors. So you feel their fear and their raw emotion about being distraught about also having just lost their mother.
Yeah,
grief is still a process for everyone,
right? And Vigo is also clearly upset. He's torn.
Yeah.
But he makes the right decision and they end up leaving the funeral.
Right. So then we get while they're camping that next night, you get the confrontation about the college applications.
Yeah, the oldest boy he shows Dad his.
And Dad's like, I don't know what's more impressive, the fact that you got accepted to all these schools or the fact that you've been lying to me for months.
Ooh. Yeah, because Vigo's kind of drunk right here.
Yeah, he is.
He's upset. He's distraught. He's
grieving.
He's grieving.
Yeah, so he gets a little hammered and he's a little emotional.
Yeah.
And he starts accusing the kid of you've been lying to me for months. Oh, you must have made transcripts and everything else and had to have applied for these and mailed them off. And because their moms have been gone for months. And he's like, Mom, help me.
We get the
this
bombshell.
was Mom's idea.
Yeah. Mom helped me do all this.
She wanted it. I just went along with it.
Yeah.
And that's a heavy moment because he feels like he's been betrayed, but also he realizes it's something his wife did before she left.
Yeah.
So he wants to honor it as best he can because it was her wishes.
Yeah, and I think right around this time also the younger boy, the next youngest, he kind of gets real with his dad.
Angsty kid?
Yeah, angsty boy.
Angsty boy.
He kind of old angsty boy.
Angsty boy, baby.
And the younger boy, he ends up running away
to
his grandparents.
Yep. Frank Langella.
There you go.
Son of a bitch.
You got it, baby.
Like I've said every time that it came up this time.
And while they're at the grandparents' house, Vigo storms in, to Granddad's study.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, come into my study. Not really, because he fucking hates Vigo.
Yeah.
But Vigo's about to leave. Granddad shoots a fucking
an
arrow at him. I was like, oh, goddamn.
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't hit him, but
that's the only way you're going to fucking kill Viggo Mortensen is if you shoot him while he's turned around.
Yeah.
He's a bad motherfucker. Yeah. Hell yeah.
And he also threatens legal actions
Angsty kid wants to stay. So
Angsty kid does want to stay.
Vigo leaves. Granddad calls the cops. Vigo and the kids fucking hide in the bushes.
Yeah.
And then it's Operation
Save
Angsty Kid.
Angsty boy.
Which,
Hashtag Angsty boy.
Which means like capture him essentially.
Yeah. He's like, because they're in the woods, like you said, and he's like, all right.
So one of the girls who's a more accomplished climber.
Yeah.
He's like, it's all you, baby.
I got this.
She's like, yeah, I got it. She's climbing up the roof of was it second or third story?
It's probably like a second story.
It's a big house. It's a
yeah.
fucking big house, and they've got the clay tiles.
Yeah.
She's climbing down. She gets up on top of the house, and she's climbing down a floor to get to the window where they can see him. Tile breaks. She falls all the way down the house, hits her shit.
Man,
pretty hard.
That looked fucking brutal.
Yeah, it did look fucking brutal. She's in the hospital for a couple days. Seems
something like that. Yeah,
a couple days.
And the doctor tells Vigo straight up,
she's lucky.
Fucking lucky to live. He's like, a child at this age is incredibly strong. He's like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, if she wasn't so incredibly strong, or this would have been a little bit lower,
she'd be dead.
She'd be dead, or at the very least paralyzed from the neck down.
And this is where he has a realization, right?
He sees the error and he doesn't want to get his kids killed. He loves his kids.
Yeah.
He wants to push them and teach them, but he doesn't want them to die.
Right. So ultimately he decides to take them back to the grandparents' house and
tells them they're all going to stay there.
Yeah, and we also get a bit where the dad admits that he knew that mom needed help, but he didn't know what to do.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just one of those situations. Maybe he was just scared. I don't know. But
yeah,
he didn't know how to handle the situation with her mental health.
Right.
So,
which can be a very difficult situation.
It really can. Yeah.
Yeah. If you need to talk to somebody, talk to somebody.
We've said it on the show. Do it, because mental health is no joke. Just reach out.
Yeah. Yeah. That's it.
But yeah, he kind of admits his error.
Yeah.
His ways. The kids are at the grandparents' house, but as dad is leaving, he leaves. He's
sad.
He's fucking destroyed.
Now he's got nobody.
Yeah,
it's just
him and Steve. It's just him and Steve, the big bus.
Yeah, just him and
this
Steve,
massive bus.
Steve the bus. So he does what any sad man does that just has a bus named Steve. Stops and cuts his beard off.
Yeah,
Viggo Mortensen's got that real distinct butthole chin.
Shouldn't have cut the beard off.
Not have left a goatee at least.
Yeah,
you know, but even a soul patch.
I kind of, I don't know. I just kind of wondered what his motivation was.
He went from looking like a woodsman, to looking like a beach guy. Like, hey, what's up?
Hey, what's going on, dude?
Because of his
looking like Vigo Mortensen.
Because his long hair, to Viggo Mortensen.
Like, that's what his look is, I think, most of the time. He's got the, like, shaggier hair.
Yep.
No beard.
He's an amazing actor.
Yeah. But after he does this, he's back on the road.
He's sad. He's sitting by a fire. He's crying.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
He's crying.
That's what it is.
And he goes to inside the bus, and it shows, like, the hatches start to open. Every one of the fucking kids just hid on Steve for like a day.
Yeah, it's like, how long?
They're like, because then we're gonna be that far away, and if you get stopped by the cops and you say, "Is there anybody else on board the bus?" and you say no, you mean it.
You mean it, yeah.
Yeah. We don't have to jeopardize you, whatever.
Yeah. So all the kids hid. They did not stay at the grandparents' house.
No.
They're like, no, fuck this.
No,
we're not done here.
They have a lovely atonement scene with Angsty Kid and Dad. And he's like, oh, man, damn it, Dad. I don't hate you. I love you. I just wish you would have helped Mom. And he's like, me too.
Yeah.
Because, fucking, you live out in the middle of the woods, you fucking...
He just thought that she would get better in the woods, away from everything.
Yeah.
Clear her head.
Yeah, of course.
And by the way, throughout this whole movie, we get really beautiful shots of, I think these are dreams that he's having.
Oh, yeah, of his wife.
Him and his wife. It's just so beautiful. It's just so loving.
It's very serene.
Yeah, very serene. Yeah. Those are great.
They do look really fucking nice. See here. Angry kid comes around. Oh, dude. So they decide collectively, Mission Save Mom is back on.
Oh, yeah.
if you got a shovel, I'll get a hoe. And we'll go get Mama for show. so they fucking turn around and they drive all the way back to Arizona where Mom's buried. And they fucking go out there with lanterns in the middle of the night. And they,
I don't think they got that. He didn't get that far though, did he?
Oh, he was 1 day away.
Yeah, okay, that's
yeah,
what. Yeah,
and it's nighttime.
Well, I guess that is a decent trek back.
Yeah, so they fucking go dig her up.
Which is crazy to me. Like,
yeah, right, dude. They go dig her up. They grab her casket. And the kid's like, "Mom's in here." So they get the casket and they take it and they fucking put it on Steve.
Yep.
And they just fucking
Mom's on Steve.
Oh, Mom's on Steve, man. Hotmomsonsteve.com. I'm sure that's a. God. Anyway, there's a really sweet moment when the kids open the casket and they look at her and she's done up post funeral. They just put her in the ground 2 days ago.
Yeah, she's still.
She's not like decomposing or anything. Well, I mean, she is. Formaldehyde just slows decomposition, doesn't stop it. Anyway, semantics, am I right? So they get her and they open the caskets and all the kids are like looking at her and like touching her hair and just gently brushing her face and stuff and crying, and they're having an emotional time because last time they're going to see her. They drive out to a cliff somewhere. They get a bunch of wood and put up a big pyre.
Well, they get back home, right?
I don't think they are all the way home. They're like on a cliffside.
I thought they got back home, but I could be wrong.
Like, yeah, I don't know if it said that or not. Anyway, they put her on a big funeral pyre, and then they sing fucking goddamn Sweet Child of Mine. And such, it's perfect. It's like a perfect.
It is, but I hate that fucking song.
You hate Sweet Child of Mine?
No,
right.
Okay, here's the thing. I do not like Axl Rose as a person or as a singer.
Oh, yeah.
I think he's fucking awful at both of those things. I'm sorry, viewers, listeners.
I think there's like 3 Guns N' Roses songs I really jam, and apart from that, I don't give a shit. But I do really like Sweet Child of Mine.
They did this song, like, I don't like that song, but they did this song really well. Because they're sitting around around their mother, and it's basically like acoustic style. Mm-hmm. And just the way they did it, it's cool.
Do they even have a guitar? Is anybody even playing a guitar? Okay, yeah. One of them's playing a guitar.
I think the boy and the father are maybe playing guitar.
Dude, if that is that girl singing, she got a gorgeous voice.
Yeah, that was great.
Yeah. Anyway, singing's impressive. I think just using vocal cords as the human instrument is a beautiful thing, and when it's done well, it's quite captivating. And I thought that was done well. Yeah. I also do like that song though. So if I hated it, if they were like, American Woman, get away from me, I'd be like, fucking bullshit.
God damn it.
I hate that song so much.
I mean, this is pretty much it. They
casket heist, funeral pyre.
Yeah, and then they burn Mom's body.
They take her to a fucking airport.
Yeah, so maybe they aren't home all the way.
They take her to an airport, and they all walk into the same stall, and they fucking just dump her ashes in the toilet. And they all look at him for a minute, and then they go, they just like laugh a little bit and flush it. Yeah, and then they go home.
Yeah, they go home. So we get some more like great scenes at home of the garden of the house. They're eating breakfast, and he says to them, eat your breakfast, you've got 15 minutes until you go to school. But are they actually going to, like, that was never really clear to me, because the movie just kind of ends with them at breakfast.
They're just going to school because he's making them bag lunches.
That's what I thought.
It's implied they're going to public school.
Okay, I need to start sending them to public school because they need to have social interactions.
I guess they call Granddad, and Granddad decides to pay for whatever college.
But that was another thing we kind of missed. The oldest son goes to Namibia.
He goes to Namibia?
Yeah, you don't remember that?
I don't remember them saying Namibia. I remember him leaving on an airplane.
Yeah, he goes on an airplane, and they're like, "Where are you going?" And he's like, "Namibia." The first thing I pointed to on a map. I was like, is that true, or is he actually going to one of these schools?
I mean, Vigo said, he's like, we can't afford that.
Yeah. No, I know, and the granddad was going to pay for it.
Yeah, but then they all are like, fuck you. Like, all of them, the kids and all. They're like, no, we don't want to stay here. It's a disgusting display of wealth.
Well, yeah, so the granddad, since they left, the granddad's probably not going to pay for his school, right?
Right.
So maybe he actually did go to...
I like the way they go, man, they go someplace on their trip into the populated areas or whatever. All the kids are sitting somewhere. She's like, why is everyone so fat? Just didn't get it. She's like, are they sick or something? She's like, what's going on? Yeah, it's pretty good stuff.
Yeah, so that's...
and then Vigo sends the rest of his kids to public schools.
Yeah.
That's it. I've written here, fucking masterpiece.
Yeah? Well, okay, so if you
Well, I'm going to put you on the spot. I'm going to put you on the spot, because I've already seen it. How many of Viggo Mortensen's penises?
Whoa.
If you had 10 of Viggo Mortensen's penises, you couldn't walk, for starters. Boom.
Boom. Got him. Or did he get us?
Got me. I looked, I looked. I'm not going to say longingly, but
Did you pause?
I didn't avert my eyes
Did you
either.
pause?
So, huh? Did you pause? It's just a penis.
It's just a penis, ladies and gentlemen.
How many of Viggo Mortensen's dick thumbs? I think we did dick thumbs on a previous episode.
Yeah, I think we did that.
We're doing dick thumbs again, though.
We're doing dick thumbs again?
How many?
What about dick toes?
If your two thumbs were each a brother Karamazov, how many brothers Karamazovs would you give this movie out of?
Don't bring that book into this.
Out of 5 pairs.
I'm so confused.
That's right. That's probably what reading the Brothers Karamazov is like. Did I nail it?
Pretty much.
Yes.
You
know the skill. How many of 10 of a thing would you... How many of 10 of a thing would you put in a thing that says positive for this?
I'm going to go a hard 9.75 Vigo... No, actually, I'm just going to go with full 10 because I can't cut off a man's dick.
I'm the same.
Yeah?
I'm
10?
I'm the
I
same.
couldn't find really anything wrong with this film.
I didn't find anything that... The one thing that I didn't like about it, but it gives the... It makes the story work more... It makes the story work to the effect that I didn't like that they robbed the grocery store.
Yeah.
As I felt like it almost didn't fit their character, but then I was like, it kind of does, though.
It kind of does because
it's the whole system. Fuck the man.
Yeah.
It's their
political
whole,
stance or whatever you want to call it.
It's their whole political stance on the whole fucking thing. So I get it. It makes sense.
It just sucks that they had to do that, I think.
It just sucks that they did it, but it does give them the arc where Vigo realizes that he's not perfect. He's not perfect, and some of these things that he does that he thinks are good ideas are not and are wrong.
Yeah.
So if he's wrong about some things, he can be wrong about other things. Not everything that you know is concrete. I mean, it's still fluid at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Things change, circumstances are different. There's not one clean set of rules for every situation ever.
Exactly.
So that helps him get to the point where he realizes that he needed to confront that demon that maybe I do need to leave my kids with them. Maybe I have neglected to teach them proper social interactions.
Yeah. Maybe my son
kissed a girl and asked her to marry him.
Yeah, maybe in certain situations they are in a little bit of danger that I've put them into.
Well, that's stressful for them. Like when his son tells him, he's like, I don't know anything. If it doesn't come out of a book, I don't fucking know it.
Yeah.
He's like, I don't know how to talk to people. I don't know. What do you want me to ask him about? Fucking early century Marxism or,
yeah, it's...
Because they're insanely intelligent, but they don't know about like, hey, Mortal Kombat, it's out on HBO Max.
I'm so glad you said that. I got an email about that earlier.
Did you really?
Coming whatever day it's coming out.
Well, we're recording this a week in advance from when this comes out. So it is Saturday the 16th, April the 16th today. No, it's Friday. April the 16th. Today as we're recording this. So Mortal Kombat hasn't come out yet, but I think it will be out by the time this comes out.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm pretty stoked to watch it, though.
Also, if you're listening to this right now, fuck you. And hopefully this movie is still on Netflix. If it is, just go watch it. It's beautiful. It's sad. It's funny. It's great. And we both give it 10.
I think we gave it
out of 10.
I think we gave it
20 out of 20.
I think we gave it 100 thumbs.
We gave it 100 thumbs?
I think we gave it, if he gets a perfect 20, we're just going to call it 100% thumb.
Okay.
That's it.
So we gave all of the dicks that Vigo Mortensen has, they all get to stay. We're not going to cut his dick off. We couldn't do that.
He can keep all of them swinging.
All
nestled right between those beautiful little apricot pit. I'm just saying stuff now.
So
I'm glad you liked it a lot, man.
I loved it.
It was when I watched it, it was really powerful and it stayed with me for quite a long time. And I really always wanted to purchase it, but I was like, I'll wait until I really want to watch it. And then I'll buy it, which I didn't buy it because it's on Netflix. But when it's not on Netflix anymore, I'll just buy it just to have it. This is in my top 5 favorite movies easily.
Yeah.
The only other movie I would give a perfect 10 to is Jojo Rabbit. And we covered it on an episode that will never come out, but we'll revisit it at some point.
Yeah, we'll redo that one.
Yeah, because it's my favorite movie.
Yeah.
So we'll do it at some point.
For sure.
This is a very close second.
Yeah.
But it is a different kind of movie.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Now we're going to go watch
a
shitty Vigo Mortensen film.
Yeah. Called The Crew.
The Crew.
Where he's also hanging dong, maybe.
Yeah?
I don't know. He could be. It's from 1994. Nah, they weren't hanging a lot of dong in 94.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, you had to get on Skinamax late night for some of that. For some of that dong shadow. Skinamax.
Yeah, we're gonna. This is our tie-in film. We just went straight Vigo.
It's that it just has Vigo. You know what I always say.
Go Vigo or go home.
Go. Yeah, that is what I always say. All right, enjoy a fake thing.
And we're back on the 16th hole.
We're doing another one,
and we're following.
We're doing another one.
I am Beats McCluster,
and I'm Feats McBluster.
Knack Jigless is 6 under, just behind Doug Gunder.
Stay tuned at TPC Snodgrass.
That was Weiger Toods at hole 6.
Weiger Toods.
Let's take it to
day 3 of we're at Schmory Schmackelroy
leads the pack.
Yeah, he's got
8 under.
He's got a weird growth on the back of his neck,
just behind Maury just behind Roy McElmore.
Yep,
is
the rapper
Mill Pickleson. At 5 under.
Now Mill,
just below
Mill Pickleson, he's a lefty.
He sure is. I know a thing or two about lefties.
Yep. Well, you know that I'm a lefty also. Beats
brown-eyed lefty.
Beats McCluster.
I'm Beats McCluster. We share
and I'm Feats McBluster. And we share a biological link.
Let's take it back to
incredible
final round action featuring Perry Glare
and
see what
he can get up to on this 18th hole at PCP Sawgrass.
God damn. Special thanks to Brad Sexton for our jams. Please check out his latest project at suns.bandcamp.com. That is sunds.bandcamp.com. Thanks to Lamplighter Productions for our artwork. Please check out more of their stuff on Instagram at lamplighter_productions_IL. First time listener, we're anywhere podcasts are found. But if you don't subscribe to any of those services, listen to the show for free on our website. It's just the number 2, movies.buzzsprout.com. That's itsjusttwomovies.buzzsprout.com. Want to get in touch with the show? Email us at itsjusttwomovies@gmail.com or find us on Twitter or Instagram at itsjusttwomovies. Want to support the show? Great. Leave a like, comment, or subscribe on whatever platform tickles your fancy. If you could just upgrade regular human being life skills, I'd upgrade that. Fart on command.
So we're back. And we just watched The Crew from 1994.
Yeah. If you thought we meant The Croods from 2000 and whatever, the children's animated film, that would have been preferable to this. This is actually a pretty good idea for a movie and a story. And
Yes, it is.
I was interested in where they were going to go with it, and then they made me less interested as it went on. See here. This is a 1994 October release. Says a 3.8 out of 10 on IMDb, 25 Rotten Tomatoes, 2.8 out of 5 on Letterboard, whatever the fuck that is.
Letterboard or Letterboxd?
Letterboxd, that's what it is.
Okay, that's what I was thinking.
I need my readers. Or I don't, because I've got on my contacts.
Hey-o.
You know what I'm saying? So YOLO.
Just flip that hair you don't have, baby.
Yeah, that's it. With my shaved dome. See here. This is written and directed by Carl Colper.
Colper.
Stars Vigo, which is our common thread.
That's our theme.
That's as close as we could get with a movie like Captain Fantastic. Who's in it?
We should have just watched Captain Fantastic again.
Yeah.
And then talked about it again.
It would have taken longer, though. As a bad movie, this is only like an hour and a half long.
Yeah, but it buffered, like...
it buffered a couple times, yeah, from where we rented it. But anyway, we've got Vigo, of course, Donald Logue, Jeremy Sisto, Ray Weiss, Pamela Gidley, Grace Zabrinski, and John Philbin. John Philbin?
Yeah, Philbin.
John Philbin. Sorry.
Don't forget about Laura del Sol.
Laura del Sol, yeah.
Yes.
So can you tell the good folks at home or are not paying attention to things they're supposed to be doing at work what this is about?
No, I don't think I could. Because I don't know what it's about.
Okay. That's one of my biggest problems with this right out of the gate is I don't know who everybody is the main character.
Vigo is the top build, but yeah, it's like...
Vigo's the top build?
I think so, yeah. He's the first.
So weird. He does have a lot of screen time in it, though.
Yeah, he's in most of it.
Yeah.
So I would assume he's the main character, but yeah.
Well, we get more of Donald Logue's like backstory and character development, which isn't much still, but
it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, it's not.
This is okay. So
pick a lane, pick one guy, give me mostly that, make the other ones like kind of caricature-y.
Yeah, here's this movie. You've got a couple. They're at the husband's father and mother's house, and mom's a drunk. So mom kills herself.
Yep.
Oh shit.
Oh, it's another common theme.
Yeah, it is. Mom kills herself.
I mean, I didn't mean to sound so excited about that.
No, we're not excited about it.
No.
But
I'm excited that I noticed it though, because I have a couple drinks while we're watching that.
Yeah. So there's a tragedy there. So they off screen, I guess, decide to go on a trip. They go on a boat with Vigo, who is the girl's brother.
Yep. And a escort who's going to law school or medical school.
Sure, yeah, I think Vigo. That's Vigo's girl, right?
Yeah.
His love
then
interest.
Vigo's friend, who is just a burnout that plays guitar, not well either. Like he's not good at it either.
No, it's awful. They're on a boat. They see a boat on fire. They go to rescue these people.
After much deliberation,
the people turn out to be dickheads.
Yep.
Well, the guy's kind of a dickhead, I guess.
Or lady.
Jeremy Sisto.
Jeremy Sisto's character, yeah.
A lot of time passes. Nothing happens.
Yep. They're friendly. They're not friendly. They're friendly. They're not friendly. They're friendly. They're not friendly. Let's change the scenery. They're friendly. They're not friendly. They get boarded by the police at one point.
Yeah. And then they also get marooned by the bad guys
On an island.
And then that's about it.
Yeah, I mean that's I think that's half my notes, and you said it all. What's that?
Yeah, no, there's a Stockholm syndrome, I guess, at some point.
Yeah, old girl's sweet on acoustic guitar guy that's playing an electric guitar that sounds like an acoustic guitar, and then like way later in the movie, almost at the end, they show you that there's an amp that goes with that guitar, so they're like, "Ha, we got you, nerds."
This is where it's coming from.
Yeah, we know that's where that noise is coming from, but it's not plugged in. So
that's real fun.
It's a small it's a small detail, but it is like, come on, man.
Maybe it's wireless.
Yeah.
In 1994.
In 1994. No, it would be humongous.
I bet you're right. The technology was probably there.
Yeah.
But like you said, it was probably like
it's bigger. It's bigger in 94. Yeah, it's not you're not just gonna not see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Plus he's got a Gibson Les Paul.
Yeah, he did.
And
did have
I know where the cable goes on a Les Paul.
You think that was a knockoff? That was probably a knockoff Les Paul.
It said Gibson on the headstock.
I know.
It even made sure to put it in frame. Could have been. It didn't look special. It was pretty beat up. Yeah. Might have sounded okay though, or they might have got it at a pawn shop for $50. Who knows?
Yeah. So after being held captive, the crew finally tries to beat up the guy, and then Donald. Is it Donal or Donald?
I think it's Donald.
Donald. He gets Stockholm syndrome, I guess, and hooks up. Not hooks up, but I mean goes with.
They're having he's
he goes with the guy and the girl.
He does feel companionship for him.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's down. Sure. He's down with this cause, which is taking an immigrant somewhere. No, it's fine. It was a funny joke. You're right to get a little choked up. It's pretty good.
I wasn't laughing at the joke, Danny.
Oh.
I'm just kidding.
I bet you were. Lying ass.
So yeah, this is a really, really bad movie. There's just not a lot to it. There's a good idea. But the execution and the acting is awful.
Yeah, not good.
I think you could make this a good film.
I think it's doable.
I
think it's doable. There are a couple of elements that need to be heightened and taken completely out, and it just needs rearranged a little bit.
Focus more.
Either pick one character. Either Donald Lowe has to be the main character,
or Vigo,
or somebody else. It just has to be.
By the way, Vigo is really racist,
he's racist and
he's
sexist
racist and sexist and homophobic.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure he's
still to an extent is delightful, because I certainly
I
certainly have met people like that around here where we live.
Yeah, but I'm just I wonder if he
do anything about that. That's a type of person.
I wonder if he looks back on a role like this and is just like, man, what the fuck, dude?
He acted the shit out of it though.
Pretty hard.
Yeah. yeah.
Butt chin and
real
all.
Hard.
Butt chin and all.
Butt chin and all. He had a pretty dope handlebar mustache. Love the Florida Marlins.
Oh, he had two separate Florida Marlins hats. Throwback, by the way, because they're now called the Miami Marlins. But we're talking about 94, baby.
That's 94. It's back. It's been a hot
We are in Florida.
Florida.
Yes, everything about this film, except for, I would say the highlight of this film was Jeremy Sisto.
I think Jeremy Sisto had a really good performance, because they were like, here, we're going to give you a character that really doesn't make any sense in this story,
Not at all.
And adds an extra dynamic, which is fine, but it adds it in so thick that halfway through the movie, I'm like, so wait, what is this about? Is this about this guy that's homophobic and this trans person, or like what's the main theme of this? Are they bank robbers? Did they
right? And then
and you never find out what their fucking deal is.
Also, why is Vigo's character like? What's the deal with him running drugs and money? Like what?
They never said anything about it.
Yeah. So why couldn't we like maybe make the story more about that? About Vigo's, you know what I mean?
Just one pick a lane, or from fucking Jeremy Sisto's character.
Also,
give it a script rewrite and make him and that girl, what was her name?
Oh, the Laura Del Sol.
What is it?
Wait, are you talking about Sisto's
cohort?
Yeah, Laura Del Sol. Her name was Camilla in the film.
Camilla. All right,
yeah.
Camilla, Laura Del Sol. Give me their backstory. That's where the action's at.
Yeah, because they like. I guess
it seems to me like they set that boat on fire. I think they saw a boat coming, set that boat on fire, and waited for rescue, knowing that it would happen.
Though?
Well, wouldn't that be more compelling if you knew?
All Timothy is trying to do, Jeremy Sisto.
Like, what if that was a deliberate arson to do a deliberate hijacking, but they did it because he's like, oh, it was a rental. We better get out of here before the fuzz gets here. Let me see that backstory. That sounds interesting. What's going on with these two?
I don't think so, man.
You don't think so? What if they fucking just?
I think it was just an accident because all Jeremy Sisto is trying to do is meet up with this guy George, right?
Yeah.
So why would he set his own boat on fire if he's trying to meet up with George?
I don't. Well, maybe that's not the case though. Is what I'm saying. Wouldn't it be more interesting if they had just like robbed a bank or a diamond heist or a fucking had just killed a political person or whatever the deal is? Like they're trying to skip town. Their boat's a piece of shit. They see somebody with an eye shot, so they set their boat on fire. And they're like, we'll fucking hijack that bad boy when they come to throw us a line.
But also include Vigo's money drug thing.
Yeah.
Like they could be involved.
Yeah.
Like that boat could be involved in.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like whatever Jeremy Sisto and
Camilla is her name in the film. Her name in the film is Camilla.
Camilla. Laura Del Sol?
Yes.
Okay, Laura Del Sol. If you had some of their backstory to see what happened and they came from an interesting circumstance, and then you've got this other group where you've got Viggo Mortensen and he's got a bunch of fucking money and heroin on his boat.
And unsuspecting guests, right? Like on his boat.
Oh, yeah.
Like, what the fuck's going on?
Yeah, let me see some flashbacks of that. Let me see him do some shady, weird shit that doesn't really make sense, but kinda.
Yeah.
And then after you're like, oh, yeah, because that happened. That'd be cool. Yeah, it would be easy to make this way more compelling. Shit on a boat in the middle of the ocean is already tense enough.
Here's what we do. We get Heath Ledger as Joker.
I'm in. I'm all in.
For the bad guy.
I'm all in. Yes. But he also has tits. We keep that scene.
Oh, man, that was weird.
Yeah, there's a weird bit where Jeremy Sisto gets on the boat, like when they get picked up, they rescued her essentially.
Yeah.
Jeremy Sisto gets on the boat and he's all, dolled up, and he's not wearing a shirt, and he's got like tits,
boobies.
like
he's
lady
got boobies.
He's got lady boobies. And they're like, whoa. Everybody else on the boat, they're like, what the fuck? So somebody immediately hands him a shirt.
But before they hand him the shirt, he makes sure he shows off his farts.
Yes. He does make sure he shows off his farts. Yeah, so that bit, I actually really enjoyed that mechanic in the film. I wish I knew why there are two criminals out in the middle of the ocean ready to hijack a speedboat full of 6 people or whatever it is.
When all they're doing is trying to meet a guy named George.
They're just trying to meet a guy named George. That doesn't make any sense.
Who, by the way,
is never in the movie.
we never saw him, but he is credited in the movie. I think you hear his voice, so maybe that's all it is
Jeremy Piven.
Damn.
Got him.
What a bad actor. Sorry.
I'm not genuinely a fan of Jeremy Piven. I know he's in some things that are credited pretty well, but I've never seen anything him in I liked him in.
Yeah. So yeah, this is a film. They made it. We watched it.
We did.
If you were to remake this, do you think it would be 94 or do you think it would be current day?
Well, given the choice, I would like to make it current day. Like present day, if you were going to remake this, because you don't need, I mean, apart from like filming a thing on a boat, you could film the whole thing on a boat and it would be tense as shit.
Yeah, have you seen Locke?
No.
The movie Locke?
Wait, have I?
It's not
L-O-C-H?
L-O-C... Hang on, I'll look it up.
Okay.
L-O-C-K-E. That's what I thought, yeah. It is a Tom Hardy film.
Okay, a little Hom-tardy.
And it's all based in a car.
Ooh, wait, maybe I have seen that.
And it is fantastic.
That sounds really familiar.
It's a very good drama.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, I'll have to check that out again. I mean, if I put it on for like 10 minutes and I'm like, oh yeah, I've seen this shit.
Yeah, you're not going to watch it.
Oh, I might, though.
Again, unless we do it for the show.
I probably would still finish it.
Okay. So you'd want to remake this current day.
Yeah.
Do you have any actors in mind or because I like Jeremy Sisto in 94, like
yeah, we can remake it in 94. I'd be down for that. Cuz I don't hate Vigo. Like I would tone back his
yeah.
Actually,
Vigo
you know
still
what?
Be in.
I might even make him go harder on it. I'm like, just fucking America, USA, redneck it up.
Just piece of shit.
Just son of a bitch, but you got money. Just a real motherfucker, but you're loaded. Because with that boat...
Drops hard Fs all the time.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about French people.
Nope. Just a real fucker.
It's a callback.
Yeah.
To what you said.
Yeah, I remember in that other episode about French people. Historically speaking, I'm not.
Oh, man.
That's absolutely not true. The French have had plenty of fucking action in their day. Anyway, we're not here to talk about.
I don't know though. It's weird because I'm torn on 94 and current because the only thing I liked about 94
the
is
French Revolution.
Talking about 1794.
Yeah, baby. We know those numbers.
Wait, when was
wrong.
the French Revolution?
Fucking, I don't know. What are you asking me that for? Know what the goddamn Bill of Rights is, though.
Hell yeah, you do, brother.
Anyway,
no, but I like Jeremy Sisto 94, but that's the only thing I liked about this film. So it's hard for me to go, let's do a current because I don't think he would still work current, you know what I mean?
The story's got to change. He wouldn't work current day. We can redo it in 94, but the story's got to change regardless.
What about Jim Carrey as like the goofy, silly friend, musician friend?
He might be a little bit over the top,
yeah.
But it'd be sweet if you had somebody that really knew how to play. That's true. Who knows how to play the guitar?
Probably a lot of people.
Like, just think comedians. Because that's all he was comic relief. And we're like, if we need you to be a little dramatic.
He tried to be.
He
definitely tried to be comic relief.
Tom Petty.
That's funny, but I kind of actually...
No. Tom Petty's dead.
So?
Oh, he wouldn't be dead in 94.
No.
No, he'd be alive.
Yeah. He'd be Tom Petty.
He would be Tom Petty.
He'd be Palm Teddy.
I wouldn't put Palm Teddy in this.
Bruce Springsteen.
The boss? Oh, God.
94. Taking it back to 94. When we were an age that you think we were.
I remember that American Pie movie and or that last episode of Dragnet.
American Pie? That wasn't until 99, bitch.
See, you know. He was at the age where he knows what year it was.
I guess. I don't know. That's kind of a guess. Anyways,
it doesn't matter. We're just rambling about it now.
Yeah, we are.
So what story do you want to do? Do you have a better idea?
I want to do the story with Vigo or whoever we choose, his money and the drugs.
Yep.
And then the other boat has to do with that. They set the boat on fire intentionally.
Right.
Because they know that's the motherfucker right there. That's
the whole thing's a sting.
Yeah.
Or maybe even the escort that's on Viggo Mortensen's boat.
Oh, she's an inside woman?
She's an inside. Oh, putting a team together. You
son of a bitch. I'm in.
I just keep wanting to go to like... Mortal Kombat.
You will be able to do that.
I know. I'm really excited about
April 23rd.
April 23rd for MK.
I'm excited. 1 week away. Do you think it's going to be good?
I think we have the technology. Whether or not they took the time to make the story compelling, I have no idea. But at the end of the day, it is a story about a tournament.
It's got a 7 out of 10
already
on IMDb.
I'll take that.
Out of 4,000 votes. That's not bad.
I wonder what it's got on RT.
I'm not sure. We are so off track here.
It's fine. That's still the good people want to know.
They want to know about Mortal Kombat because... If you're like us, you grew up with that shit. Get it, Danny. Get it. Mortal Kombat 2021.
Man, could you imagine if Portal was a first-person shooter also? And you could call it Portal Kombat? Can you imagine how fucking hard that would be?
It's got a 60 on Rotten Tomatoes.
Okay, so it sounds like it's probably lacking in story and character building.
Probably.
But
the people want to see action, Danny.
I would argue that most people going to watch a Mortal Kombat movie already know at least some of the lore. So I could see Hollywood being like, we don't need to. We can just do what the superhero movies do and assume that you already know some of it because...
Do you remember what Mortal Kombat started as? Was it just a movie or was there something before the...
No, the game was before the movie.
The game was before the movie?
Yeah.
Because I feel like it could work really well as a comic book.
I think it is at some point.
I'm sure they may, but I mean like...
The lore is pretty good.
Yeah.
It really is. Not like this, though.
Not like The Crew.
Not like The Crew. So, okay, let's say we do that with the story. Let's get back on track.
Mm-hmm.
Because we don't allow tangents on this show at any point in time.
No, fuck that shit.
So we're going to stick with that storyboard. So that's the first thing we're changing. Storyboard, and we already did it for you. You're welcome.
Director. Got to be a new director. I don't know who. I don't really care.
Think so?
But, yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Sound guy.
Yes.
Got to get a new sound guy.
Got to have a new sound guy.
Or if the OG sound guy walked off at 2/3 of the way through shooting, just get him back. Just get him back.
Buy him a couple cases of beer and then...
There was a moment further than halfway through the movie, and the sound quality just degraded a lot.
Yeah.
And remained until the end of the film.
Yeah, no, it's weird because they're clearly outside for most of this film. So why did it get so bad in the final act of the film?
I don't know. I would imagine maybe that's
I think, and we talked about this while we were watching it, but I think there was some dubbing somewhere along the way in there.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe that was, I don't know. I don't know enough about sound
Yeah, I don't. It's quite interesting. I'm still not done. We're gonna put more soundproofing stuff up in the studio, but this is what I got going on for now. I got other shit going on.
Looks like shit, man.
Thanks, bro. Looks like dog shit in here. Thanks, man.
Thanks, bro.
I appreciate it. I value your honesty.
All right, so what do you think? 94 or current?
No, let's go ahead and start. I like your idea with doing it in 94. So if we're doing it in 94, then at least that way we get to keep Jeremy Siston?
Sisto.
Jeremy Sisto.
We just keep forgetting his name. We've had a couple drinks, folks. Bear with us here.
I'm going to write it larger because it's fun, not because I need to. Yeah, so we can keep Jeremy Sisto. I want to keep Vigo.
Yeah?
Yeah, no,
I think so.
I want to keep Vigo, but I want him to go harder.
Yeah, and like I said,
I want to make him a little more of a caricature.
Yeah.
Because that's really the type of person that would be like, oh yeah, I can just put heroin on my boat and go get money. It's going to be fucking sick, bro. Those aren't normally super rational.
Maybe we get David Lynch as a director.
You think David Lynch should do it?
I don't know. This is our dream, baby.
Oh yeah, that's true. It is the dream. I'd get
or David Lynch or
Peter Jackson. If I could get Peter Jackson, I think I'd get Peter Jackson.
Really?
Yeah, he does well at likes a lot of like aquatic stuff.
That's a big name. But in 94, I guess it's really
is
not.
It our dream?
Yeah,
right,
no,
listen,
no. It's totally fine.
Actually, I'm going to rescind that.
Okay.
And I would like to pick Bobcat Goldthwait. I would. I think he could make it a real slice of Americana.
Okay.
Where it would also be clever and compelling and dramatic, but humorous at the same time. And a movie, hour and a half runtime, got to keep it lively. I guess.
I think that's fine.
What are you thinking?
I don't think that he had the mindset of a director at that point in his life.
Okay.
But
oh wait, no, because we're at 94. God damn it. It's fucking me all up.
Yeah, you gotta be thinking about the older guys.
Spielberg. I get Spielberg if I could. Did Jaws, didn't he?
Is that Jason Spielberg? Just kidding. Oh man, Schindler's List, baby. 1994.
Yeah, he did
so
Jaws.
That's before Saving Private Ryan.
Well, I'm just saying, look, Steven Spielberg made Jaws really fucking intense.
Yeah.
And it was the majority of it shot on the water.
Right.
So if you can set the terror mood,
yeah, which it needs,
you can make it tense.
I think it's probably a good call.
Yeah.
That's a good call.
What did you have another pick?
No, not really.
I could lean other ways. That's what I got off the top of my head.
Martin Scorsese.
Yeah, just off the top of my head.
Off the top of my head.
Just, old Marty, he'd probably take care of it.
Just throwing out names.
Yeah.
No, I think Spielberg would probably do well. I'm trying to think of other supporting actors or actresses. How about Donald? What do you think about old Donald?
Get Domhnall Gleeson. No, wait, in 94 you get Brandon Gleeson. Got him. Because he could still be like tough guy mobster type.
Yeah.
Like he could just be like a genuine tough guy. Maybe he's a cop. You know what I mean? Maybe he's a cop or give him some sort of like a legal ramification thing. Like some justification as to the fact that he's just kind of built. You know what I mean? Like he's just a big dude. And yeah, that would be it. That'd be all you'd have to do. And you just have to, who would you recast as his wife? Because she was fine, but
Donald's wife?
Yeah.
You could probably keep her.
Yeah, you could keep her.
With a different director. She's fine.
And who would you get to play the secret double agent spy escort?
Ooh. I still want Jim Carrey as
the musician guy.
I'll take it. No.
Not like fun, not like funny guy.
Yeah,
Jim
no,
Carrey.
I get you. Like
closer to like cable guy.
Yeah,
like
a little unsettling.
A little unsettling, but you don't really know why.
Right.
Like, what side is he on? Maybe that could be one of the mystery there. That doesn't even need to be.
Just have him be a wild card.
Yeah.
Maybe he can get Stockholm Syndrome and then get it again the other way. Who fucking knows? Or cares? As long as it has a direction that it's taking, this could be really good. But it just
What about Helen Hunt?
What about Helen Hunt
as the Vigo's lady?
Helen Hunt? Okay. All right. You got Helen Hunt picking in 94.
Oh, I mean, this is like current Helen.
That's current. Okay, yeah, you definitely could have done Helen Hunt.
Under Spielberg, she's got it, dude.
Oh, baby, she's got it. We're having a lot of fun watching this, though, in all seriousness.
All right. I think
I did have a fun time with this, is my point. It was
I had fun with you.
Yeah.
I did not like watching this at all.
No. As a bad movie.
Okay.
Let's talk about this.
We've kind of brushed on what we would do. You fill in the blanks. Go fuck yourself. As a movie.
Okay.
3 a.m.
I'm gonna change our.
It's not 3 a.m. right
rating
now.
system.
I was getting ready to do a thing, but go ahead.
Oh, it's 3 a.m. and I must be lonely.
I must be lonely. All right. You're changing our rating system.
Charmer.
Why?
No, I'm not. Instead of how we actually do it, I'm gonna take what we give it and make it a percent instead of a
That's
blank out of 20. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So as a movie, it's 3 a.m. You're lonely. You're not sure what to watch. The Crew comes on. You watch it.
And the rain won't wash away, I believe it.
You think to yourself, why did I watch this film?
Yeah.
What has this given me?
What was this about?
What was it about? What would you rate it?
Fucking 2.
As a film?
2 as a regular old movie.
All right, I was going to give it 1.5. So we're close.
Okay. 1.5. Got it.
It's just bad. It doesn't really have much of a purpose. The acting's bad. There's some bits that are dubbed. As a bad movie, though.
Okay.
What do you
As a bad movie? Oh, that's tough because I think it was really fun beating this up.
It
like,
was.
There was a lot of material,
But I wish it would have been like 30 minutes, like as it is.
You wish it was 60 minutes long.
Yeah. You could do that in 60 minutes.
Yeah, what they did,
Yeah.
Because if it was a different story, then it would be a better movie. So it wouldn't be a bad movie to begin with. No, I get you.
As a bad, because I think we did have fun. We had some good jabs.
Movie, I think I'm gonna give it a 6.75.
Damn, we're close. I was literally just thinking 6. So we're right there. I think we had fun beating it up.
You were doing 6?
Yeah.
All right, gotcha. Yeah, I mean that's not too bad. I mean, you're flirting with a 13.
Yeah.
Out of 20.
Yeah.
Those are numbers.
They are. What's the percentage on that?
For the comedic value of your failure. I guess, that sounds way worse when you say it like that. But that's what we're doing, so.
That's what we're doing.
I don't know. If I make things, people shit on them too, so I guess turnabout's fair play, I suppose.
Been doing that in my whole life, baby.
Just shitting on people. Whether they like it or not. I gotta hang out in trees for hours just to get an opportunity.
We're done with this. What have you been watching lately?
Oh,
what have you been reading lately? What have you been
fucking
listening to lately? What do you want to plug?
I'm so glad that you asked because 2 weeks ago, I recorded 2 episodes in 2 nights, and then in the following 2 nights, I edited both episodes. So I had content for 2 weeks, so I didn't have to worry about the show, like for my daughter's birthday.
Yeah.
Which was lovely. We had a great time. And then now I haven't had to do any of this stuff for 2 weeks, so I have had plenty of time to take on some other stuff. I beat Spider-Man, PS4 Miles Morales.
Fuck yeah.
I'm like halfway through the new game plus. I started playing Doom Eternal, and holy shit, that is not my jam. Look sensitivity is through the roof.
Really?
I tried to adjust it, but I was like, I couldn't find the right setting, I don't think.
Huh.
And I just got killed a shitload of times, but there's no HUD, so you can't see where enemies are. You just have to like run through the map and actually physically run into them, and you'd be like, ah, fuck.
Oh, so it's like a jump scare kind of like...
No, not really. It's like dumb bad guys that are just like bang, bang. It's like Galaga, but 3-dimensional. Kind of. There's just bad guys that are shooting at you at random intervals.
Sounds awful.
It's got its charms, though. It's got its charms. I'm gonna keep playing it a little bit. I want to finish the campaign if I can. It's short. It's like 14 hours. Other than that, I did start watching an anime series that Jackson recommended to me called Jujutsu Kaisen. It's pretty good.
Andrew Jackson?
Andrew Jackson. Was he the racist one? All right. Well, that says it, you know. If you want to put us on record saying it, there it is. Was he the racist one? Got him.
Sorry.
Maybe.
Continue. You were watching an anime series.
Yeah. No, I wasn't going to go into detail about it. It's pretty good though. I really like.
What was the name of it?
Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. My kid is watching one called The Promised Neverland that he also recommended, and she is really enjoying it a lot.
That's another anime.
There's another
series.
anime. Other than that, I read like 3 books out of Watchmen. So I'm getting closer to finishing that. Made a nice Instagram post where this guy calls this kid's mom a hooer, but I just superimposed Frank Reynolds' face on it from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Your mother's a whore.
A whore. They got any whores. And what else? Oh, I did watch a series on HBO called Made for Love that I really liked a lot.
A series?
Yeah, I had a great time with it. It's got that gal from Palm Springs. What's her name?
Made for Love. Oh, okay. 8 episodes. Not too bad. Comedy, drama, sci-fi.
Mm-hmm.
Kristen Milioti? Kristen Milioti?
Kristen Milioti. Yeah, Kristen
That's how you pronounce
Milioti.
it? If not, I'm sorry.
Kristen Milioti, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, Ray Morano's in it, and Billy Magnuson.
Oh, I fucking love Ray Romano, dude.
Dude, Billy Magnuson's good too, especially as the character he's portraying in this series. It's outstanding.
Ray Romano in The Big Sick.
Ray Romano in this is the village pervert who has a like sex doll that he takes everywhere.
That's
like
hilarious.
He makes her breakfast
Or
and
is
dresses her up and shit. No, it is, but it's also like kind of dark and sad.
But
But then it's also funny.
Ray Romano, The Big
Yeah.
Sick. Did you watch The Big Sick?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I like The Big Sick
I
quite a
don't know,
bit.
I just
Actually,
think he did really well. In
that is a really good movie.
Yeah. I'll add that. Made for Love. I will add that to my watch list.
Yeah, it was really good.
Nice.
Did you start reading The Watchmen yet, or just Watchmen? No.
No, I have not.
When you do get around to it, it's a real page turner.
Yeah.
It really
It's
is.
quick.
No, it's pretty in depth. It like builds the whole world around you. Like every time you get to the end of a book, there's a couple of like they mention so and so's writing a book or whatever in the comic. And then at the very end of the book, there's like 2 or 3 pages from the book that they mentioned that this character was writing.
Huh.
So it fleshes out more of the world. You get newspaper clippings, people's like criminal profiles and shit. It is
That's cool. I like that.
It is
yeah,
very cool.
You as an awesome friend. You got that
And
for me, and I will be reading it.
It's fucking dark as shit. Like, it was like last night. I don't recall exactly what it was. I was reading about it, but I was like, all right. Yeah, but that one not for your kiddos.
Yeah.
Other than that, was there anything else? I'm excited about Mortal Kombat. I did post if you want to go back and look at it on our Instagram, I posted a short review of Godzilla vs. Kong.
A film I will not be watching.
Really?
Probably not.
Just super not
I
your
just
thing?
don't care.
Yeah, let's start with you. Yeah. Yeah. I'm always of the opinion that even if I don't care, if it was like Flobzilla versus King Schlong, I'd still watch it. You know what I mean? Just to watch
That's our next movie.
Yeah, King
we're
Schlong.
going to make that. Flobzilla
versus King Schlong. But everybody wants Schlong to win because he's relatable, you know?
Fucking Schlong, man.
No, I like him quite a bit, but I've always been fascinated with the lore. But I understand what it's like to not be into that and not know anything about it. Because when I watch it, I'm like, if I hadn't seen all this other source material, I wouldn't know what the fuck was going on.
Yeah.
I would just be like, it's two monsters that I've heard of before fighting. But the fighting bit is pretty damn impressive.
That's kind of what I hear. Yeah, it's more about the action than it is the story.
It leans heavily on you having seen the other material, but there's some good plot hooks in it. But it is mostly monsters fighting. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Yeah.
How about you? Is there anything you've been getting into, or?
I've been watching what I think is a really great drama on Apple TV called The Morning Show.
Okay. I think you brought that up on here before. Is that who's in that?
That is Jennifer Aniston, Reese Witherspoon.
Wait, what did you just say?
Reese Witherspoon.
Okay, that's how we say it though. Her real name is Reese.
Oh, Reese Witherspoon?
Right? Is
Yeah.
that it?
Yeah.
That's it, without me Googling it. I've said it the other way so many times now. I'm like, wait, what is
Did
her
I just
name,
fuck
though?
with you a
Yeah.
little bit?
If you would have said Reese Witherspoon, I also would have thought you were making a joke.
It's got Billy Crudup in maybe the best role
I like
of his dude.
I like Billy Crudup.
He's so fucking good in this.
Yeah?
I almost just want to give you my login info for Apple TV.
We can't do that. It's illegal.
So you can watch this show.
That's okay that you want that.
Um,
That'll never ever happen.
Ever. What else have I been getting into? I read a book called Audition.
How's that? What it do?
Have you heard about it?
Nope. I don't hear about shit, man.
I hear about shit. So Audition is by a Japanese fellow by the name of Ryu Murakami.
Okay.
I believe is how you say it. If not, I'm sorry.
You don't have to be sorry.
I believe they turned it in, or they made it a film as well. Yeah, it's kind of a fucked up, weird book. I won't really go too far into it. It was pretty good.
Okay.
Been playing Red Dead Redemption 2 again for the third time.
Well, technically, I'm playing Spider-Man again for the fourth time, so I
Right.
feel you. It's okay. I did just download Days Gone, though, and I'm going to get into that, I think.
It's good, man. You got anything else, man?
I've been getting into jerking off.
Yeah?
You guys aren't gonna start sucking each other's dicks, are you?
Let's call that gold talk for a one-eyed Batman.
Can I make a suggestion that doesn't involve violence? Or is this the wrong crowd?
Maybe we should call in a bomb threat to Houston. I think it's free beer night at the Astrodome.
The Jedi, Bob. We don't fight with guns, we fight with our mind.
Cousin business is booming.
That is one big pile of shit.
Jog on.
It's Just Two Movies is a production of Blue Cheese and Bacon Studios and can be found wherever you get your podcasts.
Hey there, sweetie, won't you be my sweetie? Just a fucking...
Won't you come on down and be my baby tonight?